And we're live.
We are live.
Hey, what's up? Welcome, everybody. This is the In Your Face.
Show.
Man, why you wait?
I thought you were gonna do it this time,
Hey,
man.
we got to wait. You know what I'm saying? We had to say it. I was waiting for you to say it. We set it up that way. But yeah, I get what you're saying, though.
How are
So,
you doing, guys? This is Tech Server Nerd here. We're doing the In Your Face show today, and today we are with Fabri Rivas from Peru. Uh, Looks like he just jumped out there. He does have some issues with the signal. We'll introduce him again in a second. Today we're going to be talking about marketing, fans, interactions with fans, keeping fans, like what makes fans happy, what makes fans come back, what makes fans buy books. Bobby, are you
yeah,
there?
yeah, and we bring in the heat. You know what I'm saying? We bring in. He's just sharing everything to on his page. Don't worry about that, everybody.
Oh,
He's
okay,
just
okay.
waiting. Um,
Gotcha.
we are live and we ready to go. We doing this thing and we having fun, y'all. We come to what the fuck? Hold up. Alrighty. We good now.
Hey, he just entered in another. Uh, Hold on. Are we
Yeah,
there?
he's in there. He's in there.
He's in here now.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. This is Fabri. Hey, Fabri, how
Hello,
you doing?
everyone. I'm back. I'm back. I'm so sorry. Okay, something happened, and I had to take
You're
a
so
risk.
It is
right.
I'm
all. It is
sharing
all
this.
right. It's all right. It's all
Why
right.
don't you
Hey,
introduce
Awesome.
yourself? Tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we'll get into your work here in a second. Fabri, why don't you tell us
That's
about
just
yourself,
cool.
your history?
All right, all right. Well, I'm a comic artist, illustrator, educator, a little bit of an animator too. And I'm publishing my comics here, rooted in Peru, South America. You've probably heard of Machu Picchu. Well, it's near my hometown.
Are you
And
serious?
yeah,
That's
it's
too
not far
cool.
from here. Yeah, it's just less than a day traveling. And by the way, one of my comic books is inspired by that place. It's called Bestial, the Age of the Incas, and uh, and it happens there. Yeah, all around there.
Oh
I'll
wow!
tell you more about that later.
All right. So, educator, teacher. So, we're talking today about how to get customers and how to keep customers, like marketing and keeping your fans happy. How many books have you? How many books are you in your series, by chance?
All right. In Bestial, I have published a couple already. One is Bestial, the Age of the Incas, and the second one is Bestial, the Arrival of the Conquistadores, the Spaniard conquerors.
Right.
These ones are based on, they are like super powered animals in the Incas time, fighting against super powered enemies. But it's all rooted in history. That's a couple of books in that series. The next book's coming this year or the next one, probably. And I have another one, which is totally free. It's available on the Graphic Comics online called Necrohistoria or
Oh,
Necrohistory,
okay.
something like that. Again,
Okay.
rooted on history. Yeah, so it's just a hero in the 1800s, like the Pacific War. This gentleman who used to fight for country and king and stuff. So he's been sent to not to hell exactly, but to the underworld, to the beyond. And well, there he has to find his purpose. And yeah, those are like
Oh, wow.
I have one more. The same, another hero in a city here in Peru, and it's all about zombies and 1800s heroes fighting. It's gore,
1800
it's
zombie stories.
educational. Yeah, it's super fun.
That does sound fun, man. Man, I really gotta
Thanks.
catch up on these, dude.
don't worry, everybody. Jonathan is old. He's very old.
I am old. I'm the boomer here. I am the boomer here. I
he's
identify as a boomer, so
he's he's not young like me. Everybody, we're good. nah, I'm old too. I'm only
Not
33.
young like you.
Don't worry. We
my
got you.
man.
But nah, though, yo, what I want to ask you, Robbie, Fabri, is man, okay, where do you find time for your comics? What time, like, how during the day?
Time. That's the key, isn't it? Well, how do I do this? Well, I have a beautiful, gorgeous wife who takes care of most the house chores and it's my support and inspiration. And she gives me, man, all the time I need for this. Um, but also, I think, as all of you artists know, it's a kind of commitment, right? It's like we got
Yeah,
to find it, like a superhero. You have like a double life, right? One for society, friends, family, etc., and the other one where you're a creator. You cannot just quit everything. No, it's time to work. Nah, you gotta do both things at the same time. So my
I
friends, the
feel
thing
you.
is like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
How about
I
and
you? How about you guys?
it's not about us. You know what I'm saying? Because like me, I find time during any time. You know what I'm saying? During work,
I
I find time during when like it's a lot of shit. It's a lot of stuff that I do. Find time during work. We talk about it all the time at work. You know what I'm saying, and that gives me ideas on what I want to do and stuff that I want to do and shit like that. Other stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's wild. What about you, Jonathan?
I'm a creative
Yeah.
compulsive. So like take I don't know if this is getting a little too personal, but I was ADHD dyslexic like when I was a kid, but I think they misdiagnosed me. I diagnosed myself as a creative compulsive. I must create or else it messes like I don't know, it just messes up my thing. So I go to work and when I get home I create. I make 2 videos every day. Post 2 videos a day. I'm either working on short stories, art, or RPGs because I'm a big RPG gamer. But it's just kind of an obsession, and I have an unhealthy like I don't. I let a lot of my social relationships go. I don't have a lot of social relationships anymore, besides my daughter and a handful of people online, my roommates and stuff. But it's because I'm that passionate that I would rather do this and create than do these other things. So it's as for me, it's like drinking water. It's something I have to do every day, or else, but it does come with a price. Single. Don't go out a lot. Don't get a bunch of phone calls when stuff's going on. But it's a commitment to a passion.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
it's like see me. I'm one of those guys where like I'm a character generator. I generate characters out of nowhere. If I hear something, I generate a character out of that. If I'm doing something, I generate a character out of that. Through situations I go through, generate a character after that. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's a
Meet a
lot of
jerk.
stuff.
Create a character out of that.
Yeah,
A
like
villain.
oh my god, like oh my god, like see, and this is the thing, man. Being a creator, we tend to, move diligently. You know what I mean? And hold on. Okay, he's back. He's right there.
Oh, I was just getting
But
more light in the room.
us as creators, we move like silent assassins. You know what I'm saying? But me, I'm loud, so I want the world to hear me. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean they gonna kick my ass. You know what I mean? But I want them to hear me. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? But it's some creators like the attention on them. Some creators don't like the attention on them. You get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And
Half of the people I interview don't want to show their face. I've noticed.
yeah, that's because sometimes people don't like the spotlight. That's very different. And you
Yeah.
can't fault. I wouldn't fault them for that because sometimes I don't want to. Well, that's a lie because I love the attention, love the spotlight. That means you know it. No, but it's this is but this show is for everybody, and whoever we bring on the show, I want them to have fun, bring the fire. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm gonna mess with you. mess with you all day anyway. But you know what I'm saying, But that's just the way we roll on the show because we want to bring that fire, we want to bring love, we want to bring that energy that none of these other shows have. You know what I'm saying? I'm not comparing us to other shows, but compared to those other shows, bullshit. Let's let's show the world what we made of. You know what I'm saying? That's just the
Right.
way it is. Y'all know what it is. Fuck it. Anyway, so
So I got
let's
a
talk
quick.
about. Go ahead, talk. Go.
I just had a quick question for Fabri. So when you first started out with your first book, how did you go about publishing? Did you go indie? Did you find a publisher? Did you internet market? What did you do to find your audience?
Well, I guess it came all organically. Just I've been basically doing what I love doing. What I would like to read myself as a reader. So it all began with participating in one of these superhero comic contests in my country, in Peru, and from there I was reached out by a publisher, a publishing house, Altazor, and they gave me the chance
Oh,
to publish with them. And well, I just guess found a way to connect somehow with my audience. I was thinking also on my nephew and nieces, like, what can they read? Can they get anything like substantial from a comic book? Even though it's all action, adventure, fights, and etc. But there's a core of values of
yeah,
like leadership, like honesty, like fighting for your ideals and doing what is right. So I guess that was the inspiration for Bestial, for the first one. Uh, the next one, like I said, it like Necrohistoria, which is more of a dark, like seeing death in a more romantic way and beyond what is real. Probably, I guess I got that mostly from my wife, she's totally into goth and into the dark culture. Me myself, I love it. I like it a lot too. But I got a lot from there, so it's connecting with the people. And probably the last one, the book that I'm working on this year, it's called Monster World. It's post-apocalyptic, full of creatures, no more humans, and things like that. And I find like many youngsters, kids, friends of mine, like feel interested. When I start talking about them, talking about the story, about some of these ideas, they get like, wow, I would like to read that, and I don't want to just follow one route. Okay, I'm not gonna do another X-Men or another superhero, another Spider-Man, like a Peruvian Spider-Man. No, I don't want that.
yeah,
I want something where I can relate more, and also my friends, family, etc. can relate more. That's how I
Ex-
find. That's how I connect with my
exactly.
audience, I think. How about you guys?
Exactly.
You know what I'm talking about?
Exactly. See, this is the thing, man. What Fabi was just talking about, we just touched on it. Be original, man. Be you. That's like, okay, bringing a Spider-Man, another rendition of Spider-Man is like you're forming out another person's personality. You know what
how
I'm
many
saying?
Batmans do we have? Like versions of Batman from different creators.
Exactly. Nobody want to keep seeing that bullshit. We want to see some kick-ass original characters formed out of your mind, not out of Marvel's mind, not out of DC's mind, not out of anybody else's mind. We want it formed out of your mind, out of the minds of these creative men and women out there that have the creative juice. You know what I'm saying? I mean, some of them don't want to use it, and I don't get it. Like, what is it about? Using your own mind to bring out something great. You have all these great ideas, but you're putting it on another person's projects, and you're basically putting more money into their fucking pocket. No, no, that's
Right,
not good. That's not good for people. That's not good for us. You know what I'm saying? And all it's doing is basically giving those big ass snobby fucks, the corporate guys, big guys, Marvel comics and DC comics. That's all it is giving them making them more arrogant and more cocky, more assholes than anything. You know what I'm saying? Putting more money in their pockets. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just being honest because, to be honest, like they fucked up the industry, man. Because the industry should have been more open and more free. Now the industry is more got their fingers in the ass now, man, and it's annoying.
That's
You
kind of
know,
what corporations do. They take over properties and yeah, screw over a lot of so many artists. I actually supposed to go into LA in March because a studio wanted to talk to me, and people are telling me don't do it, don't go because all they want is to steal your ideas because they don't have their own ideas. They're like talking, oh, we're gonna give you all this money, and I'm like, but what are you gonna do with my ideas? You know?
right? And that's why I said, man, it's like
Mm.
all of these studios, all of these, big corporations and companies, all they're going to do is steal your ideas and make money off of you. You know what I'm saying? Off of your blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah.
And instead of marketing your own shit, I see a lot of guys. Good thing I haven't been to Comic Con before yet, or I'd have been like, damn, all this shit, all this good material, and they wasting it, man. Like they're wasting it. They're wasting this shit, man. And I'm like, it irritates the hell out of me seeing guys that don't have that have the brilliance to be great in this industry, and they're wasting it. They're wasting it on themselves. Like keep it a
No,
being. Like ain't nobody
Mm.
gonna sit here
Yeah.
and ain't nobody gonna sit here and keep having Batman and Superman and Spider Man and Thor and Hulk and all these other corny ass characters because that's all they pushing now. Y'all notice that, right? You know what I
yeah.
mean?
But
Spurt.
was
Go
it
ahead.
on this show last week? Or no, it was another show I did last week where we were talking about how the Avengers back in the 90s were C-list characters. Like we all knew Thor and Captain America, but we all thought they were cheesy and we were actually buying X-Men and Spider-Man and Image, and when, they those characters came to the movies and those the Avengers were the only movies. Like a lot of the people actually thought that those were the main event, that was what Marvel was about, and they were like, there's not
Mm.
enough diversity in the Avengers, and it's like, dude, I've been reading X-Men for years,
But
tons
but see,
there,
but see, the
like
but see, bro, that's the thing. You got a lot of people watching the movies, right? But not doing research and reading the comics.
yeah,
And this is the thing, and it catches me, and they tell us, right? How the hell you gonna tell a creator or a person that's been in comics, reading the comics about comics?
they find a way. They find a
That's what I'm
way,
saying. That's like telling Michael Jordan how to fucking play basketball.
right?
That's how like
Mm.
telling Jordan how to be the greatest. Like, come on, are you serious? You ain't even in the goddamn. You ain't even the goddamn nowhere near an artist or a creator, and you still trying to teach a person how to be the greatest. Get the hell out of here. Ain't nobody listening to that shit. Come on, bro. Like on an honest tip, man. Seriously, that's the reason why a lot of indies, and I'm gonna tell you the truth, the indies division or whatever we call it, it's being flooded with these corporate assholes too. Like you catch the
Well, because
indies
they realize they can
creators,
kickstart,
yeah. Like you find the indies creators being assholes. And I'm like, oh my God, this trickle down and they done learn from these assholes too? Man. Like, and the thing about it is like, it's not even indies no more. It's just assholes being assholes and just being real. And I'm gonna just tell the truth. I don't give a fuck what anybody say because at the end of the day, they know what it is. They know what's true. You know what I'm saying? And
yep,
I hear a lot of my friends telling me, "Oh man, such and such did this and such did that." Nigga, because they listen to these Marvel and DC fuck turds or assholes out there that don't give a fuck about them. All they care about is the fucking money in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? And that's
yep,
just being honest. I'm not mad or anything. I'm just telling the fucking truth. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like
Mm.
from me, I'm observing from within. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the industry. You know what I'm saying? And bro, just imagine, okay, all right. Okay, just imagine if you come out with if you're trying to get your book together, right? And you ask a guy that's done some work that's been in Marvel for a little while, and you ask them, you know, just come up to them and ask them to if they wanted to, talk and be a part of the book or whatever. You get that, oh well, now I'm too good for that, or they give off that vibe. You get what I'm saying? Or that they're too good to put their hands on a smaller project. What they don't fucking realize, it keeps them motherfucking relevant. You feel what I'm saying? It's like,
Right.
be honest, like it keeps you relevant. You know what I'm saying? And from me, shit, I don't give a fuck. If you come up to me and ask me to do a project with you, and I'm just as big as them, nigga, I'm jumping on it. I'm gonna be like, look, shit, put me on. You know what I'm saying? I'll do it.
Yep.
Because if you think about it like this, if I have the time, and a lot of guys be having the time, they just don't want to fucking, a lot of them say that they love their fans, but in closed doors, they don't give a fuck about them. They don't give a fuck about them, and that's what
But
I
fans
say,
feel
man.
that, and fans feel that, and they recognize it. When it happened, I mean, look at the Lord of the Rings right now. You know, or G4. You know, the drama that was going on with G4 and Lord of the Rings. Like, fans know when
Mhm.
people are doing things to make them happy, and they know when they're getting screwed. You know.
Exactly, like fucking Marvel. Like, think about it. They've been, they've been, they've been fucking. Let me get my thoughts together. Hold on. They've been fucking stuffing Marvel. They've been stuffing Avengers down fucking people's throats for 10 years now. 10 fucking years now, bro. Maybe even five.
Mm.
I don't give a fuck. But just think about it. Don't y'all want to see something else? Don't
Oh,
y'all
of
want to see another
course.
Blade movie? Don't y'all want to see another Spawn movie? Don't y'all
Yeah.
like? Y'all want to see something? Like, I want to see another fucking.
Shoot, I
I
want to
want to
see
see,
something new I hadn't seen before. You know, something different.
dog. Oh my
Yeah,
god, I
yeah,
want to see the new
sure.
Gambit. I want to see Gambit. But they flushed that down the toilet too.
Yeah.
Cause that's what I'm saying. And you bring Hollywood into this bullshit. Man, they don't do their research. They don't look at comics, do they? Not a damn thing. You
No.
see how they did Wolverine. You see how they did the Avengers. The only reason a lot of those movies are big like that is because a lot of
Mm.
people are blind. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are blind. They just do it. They just go watch the fucking movies just to watch it. They don't really do their research. You get what I'm saying? And if they was
Right.
really passionate about this shit, they
Mm.
would
Mm.
really understand and be like, okay, this not Gambit. This is a polished shit. Think about it. Like, keep it real. It offends me
I
when
was, I
they
was
go ahead, bro.
okay. I was just thinking of what you're saying, Daniel, and you're totally right. Yeah, Jonathan. Yeah, the industries like that can be rigged, and we are seeing repetitions of the same stuff over and over again. But I think the only way to see it as artists is what can we do ourselves from our area, our kingdom. Like,
Exactly.
are we
Build
are
your
we
own
able to do
shit.
something? Build your shit exactly, man. So just create it. Nowadays, you don't need to ask the big corporations in order to be in the front, to be shown, to be in the spotlight, right? You can
Exactly.
start from
And
Beauty of
yourself and
technology.
gotta change your mind.
ex-
Yeah.
exactly. And you know what's crazy? Years ago, in order to get into this industry, you had to know somebody that knows somebody that knew somebody, right? And I used to hate that. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't have to know that motherfucker now to get where I want to be. All I got to do is make my own shit, market that shit the way I want to market, promote that shit the way I want to promote it, and hopefully people buy it. But unfortunately, some people are not built like that. They're not. They're scared to get out there and do the work, the actual work, and get out there and bust their ass to get it. They want it fast
Mhm.
paced. They want to work for these big ass corporations and be told what to do. No, you know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
don't you want to fucking have money in your pocket from your production, from your
Well,
publishing?
that's the thing. Once you sign over your rights, they get all the money. They throw you off like a small bit, like a small chunk. Like here you go, like a small piece of cheese, and they keep the wedge. And that's the other thing I don't like about the big corporations. And the fact is they'll take, if you give your stuff to them, they'll take it and they'll destroy it, and then it'll be like, this is brought to you by, like, Tolkien again. Like, Tolkien never intended for whatever this new show is. It was not Tolkien's vision. This is someone else's vision, but they're claiming it's Tolkien's. I'm gonna, I fear the day where people put Stan Lee's name on something that Stan Lee would have never approved of. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like, they're like, this is, brought by Stan Lee's company, and it's something about like murdering children or something. Like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But it's like
Mm.
you run that risk when you deal with these, because there are lawyers involved, there are executives, there are people who are irrelevant who want to be relevant, who stick themselves in your movie. You know,
Mhm.
I wanted
Yeah.
to bring up a point that Fabri said like 10 minutes ago, but it was a really, really good point about morals and characters with like actual, like, decent, decent being. It seems like in the last couple of years, I'm relating more with villains these days, because the heroes that, like we're kind of like breaking our heroes down to be like, they're not really the heroes anymore, and I've been connecting more with the villains, and I'm like, maybe Thanos was right, like,
Mm-mm.
at the end of the
Yeah,
day,
yeah.
like, but that's actually what inspired me as well. I have a daughter who's damn near grown now, but as she was growing up, I was like, do I want to share this with her? Because is this the morals and the values I want to be sharing? Like, which heroes, which stories. I had a friend I knew in high school who was atheist. I know I was raised Christian, and still Christian, but he was raised atheist, and he didn't read the Bible. He didn't do all the stuff I did when I was a kid, and he told me he got his morals and his values from Marvel Comics. That's where his morals and values
Mm.
came from, because there was good people doing good. Today it gets blurred a lot, and I really just miss evil being evil and good being good, because now we have good being evil and evil being good, and it's I don't know, it just throws me off. I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
And, well, to be honest, it shows a lot that shows a lot about people's character to me. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mhm.
if you think about it, moving away with the situation, man, and I feel like people don't understand. Like you're building your legacy, yours,
Exactly,
and
exactly.
you want to see your shit in the spotlight. You want to see your fucking shit in the movies one day. You know what I'm saying? And I was told years ago, right, to kiss ass and kiss babies or something like that, and you know, be a kiss ass to get where you want to be. It does, and I said
That
no
does not work.
because I'm not going to kiss nobody ass just
Mm.
to be something that I'm not.
I mean, if you want to work for 750 an hour, you can kiss ass and make it.
Hell
But
no,
in the
hell
real
no,
world, no one wants a yes
Mhm.
man. No one wants a
hell no.
kisser.
See, and this is the thing. This is the thing too. Why did we build this show? I'm gonna tell you why. We built this show for people to come on and be them fucking selves and let their fucking hair down and let
Mhm.
people feel their energy and bring their own energy and we fucking build this shit together and we kick
Sure.
down the fucking door and bring down the fucking house. That's the way we're supposed to do it. That's the way I want to do it. See people nowadays
That's just great.
see people nowadays they want to fucking be soft, be a little, you know, I don't. I
You know
I
what?
don't
You know
know.
what, Daniel?
Let me.
It was no. It's just cool. Yeah, yeah. It's what you were saying, but also you, Jonathan, and something I liked a lot when you mentioned like getting values, and like me as an atheist. I remember getting a lot from comic books as well. Like,
Hmm.
as before, I was a Catholic, and like you see yourself like a superhuman. That's equivalent of a saint, right? Like in the past, in the Middle
Yeah,
Ages, people aspired to be
angelic.
better, and that better person was a saint, something almost impossible. And then, like, let's see, 90s or something, it was a superhero. A superhero was something you could aspire to be, like to become a better one, a better person. Nowadays, as
Yeah,
you mentioned, in I don't know what kind of heroes are getting twisted and deformed and transformed into something else, sometimes unrecognizable. But what I would like to put again into comics is that, like having some essence, having something real, something from the core. I don't need any dogma or belief like imposed by anybody else. But I would like to just I know what is real, I know what is true, I know what's good. So I would like to share that also with a big
yep,
doses of kick-assery. You know what I mean?
Yeah, kick
yeah,
assery and tear that fucking shit door fucking down and yeah, go for it with the
Yeah,
go for
man.
it, ah, you know what I
That's the
mean?
thing.
And, and that's just something that that's why I'm saying, man, you have a lot of people who admire these assholes and they don't want to kick down the door. They want to build what Marvel has already built. You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
I'm not here to build their fucking shit. I'm here to kick their fucking shit down and burn it down to the fucking ground. Be
Y'all
real,
done.
because it's hindering everybody. It's hindering
I,
them.
I, your point, Fabry, brings up of kind of like a philosophical thought I've had in the past that I truly believe the root to comic books and comic histories are based in the like pagan stories, right? Like who where
Yeah.
did stories come from? It started with people sitting around a campfire telling stories, and so they told stories of gods. And we look back at Greek, we look and so they these were stories of heroes, so the kids would try, of the tribe would go try to be like their heroes. They wanted to be like the Spartans. They wanted to be, and so in comics is just a modern day version of that. So in a way, it actually comic books have a root in religion and human what is it called, human you know I guess behavioral thinking, the way that we act and behave within society towards each other. I mean, it's literally it's a very basic core thing that our brains, it's very primal. We recognize these
Mhm.
stories and to strive to be something better. And I really think, I know Peru it's probably different, but it's the as the quality of the art has gone down in America, the quality and tolerance of the human beings in America, like people are extremely intolerant
Mm.
today, and it's extreme. I mean, it's not. This is not the same world that I've. Here I am boomerang again. It's not the same world I was living in back in the '90s. It's not. It's not the same world. And a lot of that I see is because we don't have any heroes. Where'd the heroes go?
Wow. Well,
Right.
I would like that as a title for a comic book.
Where
Hold
That would
on,
have
be
the
hold
awesome.
on,
heroes
Like,
gone?
hold on for a
Yeah.
second, y'all. I'll
yeah,
be right back.
yeah.
I'm gonna go do something real quick. I'll be right
Think
back.
about that.
I'll be right
Oh,
back.
you're good.
Y'all keep talking. Keep talking. I'll be right back. Hold on.
So let's get back into your book some. Who are the villains? The villains of the Bestial. I know you said you had superpowered villains
Oh,
in an
okay,
Ika type
okay.
setting.
Yeah, speaking of that, uh,
I love the villains,
like
up,
a
so I always
villain.
ask.
No, that's awesome. Like a villain is not a villain just because of it, just because he's bad and he's a mustache twirling guy who wants to conquer the world. A villain must have like let's see, their own goals. They see themselves as heroes. You know the theory. So in my case,
Oh
I'm
yeah, yeah.
taking these guys, right, expelled from their own country. They were almost criminals. There were nobodies there, the Spaniards. So they came to the new world, like trying to be successful, to do whatever it takes to succeed. And they find, well, opposition. Where are the people? in this case, these animals who live here in the Incas time in this place. So they're gonna fight, and they're gonna fight hard for their beliefs. They're gonna
Yeah.
show friendship, show brotherhood among themselves, because well, they have nothing to do. They don't need to feel empathy for the place they're invading, right?
Yeah.
So I want to show also the shades. Of course, they were cruel and they were ruthless,
Oh
and
yeah.
that's a
It
part.
was brutal.
If you need to be a conquistador, you have to be brutal. Well, you have to kill, murder, steal, rob, and everything. You know, that despite whatever else. But those are like
Like it.
mainly the villains. You know, these are what I'm putting.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
See.
what are the
but there's
superpowers of these
also,
villains, though?
yeah.
Like how did they get their powers? The Spaniards.
Ah, the powers. That's something
Oh, is
that I
that for the
wanted to
comic?
state. Yeah, it's there. You know, like how do superheroes regularly get their powers? Okay, so one can be an accident. Okay, so you're bitten by an insect. You are I don't know, hit by a meteor or some cosmic rays. Then you get a fortune, so you can build whatever you can to become superhero. In my comic, everyone can be a hero. Everyone. You just have to decide it, and it is Mother Earth
Oh, I like that.
that connects with you in a place of mind that I call uh, Kamak Kancha, which is rooted in Inca beliefs and cosmovision. So like anyone, it's like, and I put it like it's being a comic artist. Okay, you know many people who have the skill of drawing. They can draw. They have the
Yeah.
knowledge. Sometimes the drive, but how many are truly get to the end of drawing and getting and publishing a book? Not so many. How's that? Were we beaten by a radioactive worm, snail? I don't know. No, it was because it was our
Perseverance.
decision. Yeah, exactly. So it was our
Perseverance,
decision. So
desire, like
it is the same. Was that?
oh, perseverance, desire, like they actually had the grit
Okay.
to to finish and follow through.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. And you can manifest it, you know? So this is like part of call it magic. Yeah. You can manifest reality.
Yeah.
And it is more obvious, it's more visual in this world, right? That I'm creating. Yeah,
So what
that's the
was
thing, man.
what inspired you to I don't know. I'm gonna play. I'm ignorant to Peru, but what inspired you living there to get into comic books, superhero stuff? What was your inspiration originally? Was it movies, comics, books?
Uh, well, it was comics actually. It was comics. I remember as a kid reading comics with my cousin Omar. It was this old Spider-Man comics. This
Hmm.
drawn by what is that? It was written by Stan Lee and was it? I don't remember the Joe Kubert. Yeah,
Yes.
Kubert comics. So it was super cool. Just black and white. Also some Latin American comics. You've heard of Mafalda, I don't know. There was this Argentinian called Vito Nervio, Mexican like Águila Solitaria, etc. So I used to read those, and I loved drawing. So and creating a world. I
Yes.
continued doing that, but the main topic also came from frustration. As I like history, I get frustrated with history. It was
Very.
like we like Incas. It happens all the time, and you as having a grandfather who has this inheritance, native inheritance. You know what I'm talking about, like
Yeah.
oppression,
A lot
yeah,
of people don't
invasion,
understand it too. They don't
stealing.
understand. It's I get it's funny because it's like I get people all the time like you're just like a white guy and I'm just like I'm literally like have more than you of like mixed. I just think it's funny. I had an Italian roommate and he was always you can't say anything. I'm Italian, but you're white. And I was like, wait a minute, bro. But people don't recognize it. But the thing is, a lot of people don't take time to understand other cultures. I've actually done quite a bit of research on South American mythology for my story
Yeah,
Westovia. My story, Westovia, is a fantasy book that takes place in kind of a America's 1800s, but the
Mhm.
fantasy aspects are only from American and South American mythology. So I'm always studying South
Nice.
American. I'm looking into the mythologies of, the natives. I'm looking at the mythologies of like the Amish, the Mormon, um, and all the different groups
Wow.
of people and taking their horrors and stuff and bringing them into the story as fantasy. So on the outside, it looks like a Western, but like it's actually very much a Tolkien fantasy. It's just not a European fantasy. It's a strictly, uniquely American fantasy, you know?
Wow, sounds awesome, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like
So
getting to
yeah,
the root, like
that's where
it's
I
already
got the idea for
there.
my the one that I'm writing right now, the Road Runner. It's from Native American tradition, of the Runner, and they're very
Uh-huh.
blessed. Like their feathers, with it in their medicine boxes at the Native American church, those feathers they make fans out of the feathers of the Road Runner. They're like super
Hmm.
sacred. Like you do not touch. They call them flicker feathers. You don't touch someone's flicker feathers, man. Like they're wrapped
Okay.
up. They're only brought out for important stuff like weddings, funerals, and like stuff more crazy stuff like possession and healing, like extreme healing. They bring out the flicker feathers, and it's like you talk to an American and they hear the name Roadrunner, they automatically think Roadrunner Coyote because that's but there's a rich lore with that creature, that goes throughout history,
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of a guy named he's my favorite, he rewrites history. What's his name? Harry Turtledove. He does alternative history. Have you heard of this guy before?
Not so
He,
sure. No, I guess
his
not.
entire career is alternative history. He just like he takes a moment in time, a snapshot in time, and then puts a twist on it. Like one of the books I just read was it was right when the or the Allied troops are invading Normandy, and
Okay,
the peak of World War II, aliens invade. And so like now
that's
the
cool.
Nazis and the U.S. have to work together to fight the aliens to save the Earth. And it's like literally like Hitler
That's
and
awesome.
Patton are in a room trying to like figure out how to save, and they realize that all of their problems were bullshit compared to the fact that we're not
Yeah.
omnipotent beings we thought we were. But yeah, yeah,
Well,
do
that's
check
just
him out.
great.
Harry Turtledove. His entire career was alternative histories, and was very fascinating concept. I didn't even know someone could write that.
Yeah, yeah.
You
No,
know,
absolutely.
that's
And
go ahead,
Daniel,
go ahead, say what you gonna say.
I was just getting like we were talking about like the roots, like the history that we have inside, like the mythology that's already in culture. But at the same time, I was going to say like J.R.R. Tolkien, the guy of the creator of the Lord of the Rings, he wanted to create like a true American mythology, right? Like hobbits
Right,
and etc., and grounded there, like recreate these characters, and like build a new mythology. So, like you don't
Yeah,
need to maybe just have this deep traditional culture to explore mythology to create
right.
a
I
big
mean,
lore or a rich one. That was I was going to
right.
say that just did.
No, no, like just like Jarhead. I wanted my character Jarhead. I wanted to like cuz I made him Indian, black, Italian and Russian. Those are strong cultures and strong what do
they're
you call
also
those things?
cultures that have been through a lot of shit that make them strong.
Exactly. Exactly. And those are basically very, 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 very characteristics. A lot of great characteristics come out of those cultures. And I wanted to build a super somewhat of a super soldier, somewhat. But I also wanted to build a kick ass character. You know what I'm saying? A kick ass character that stands up for himself, and a kick ass character that kicks your ass and asks questions later. You know what I'm saying? And a character that has meaning. A character has that oomph, that that has depth behind it. Depth. I don't mean death, but depth behind it. And I'm building a character that understands that is smart and very intelligent, intellectual, and understand everything going on, what's going on. And he's a military soldier, you know what I'm saying? So he's
I was telling a friend of mine about your about Jarhead the other day and the concept behind it, and he's like, so he's kind of like Spawn, but from heaven. And I was like thinking about it. I'm like, it's actually a pretty good description, a heavenly Spawn. you know?
well, this is a thing too. They got an angel spawn, but that to be real honest with you, that spawn, and I'm gonna tell you the truth, that spawn is not the truth, not a true angel to me. And why I say that is truth is that he's not even from the real heaven. My character is actually from the real heaven, and he's a true angel. A true angel stands for God's people, stands for humanity, and fights for humanity and protects humanity. And that is what Jarhead is. He's a fighter, he's a warrior, and he's a ass kicker. And he's the judgment, God's judgment upon the wicked.
Right.
That's just that. See, you see how I just promoted that in like a matter of seconds.
Yeah.
That is what I do all the time, and that's part of marketing.
It's all about that
Talking
tagline.
exactly, and market and talking to people. Talk about your character every fucking single day, wherever you fucking go. Tell people about it. Shout it out, motherfucker. Tell the whole world because that is the way it's supposed to be. You want people to be fucking coming up to you and be like, "Yo, when are you bringing your book out or such and such and such?" I get everybody asking me when is part two coming out or when is Collision of the Colossus coming out. You know what I'm saying? I tell them right now we're financial issues, but we're working on that. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, marketing is very detrimental to getting your character out. If you do not market, you ain't gonna eat. Simple as that. You ain't gonna
That's
eat.
true.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna eat. You ain't gonna get your name out. And to be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be just doing a character for nothing. Just even if people say I'm just doing it just to doing a character just to do it, just there for a hobby. Somewhere around along the line, you're going to want to be like, what if that character start blowing up and start making millions of dollars? You're going to get right into it and start doing it for full time, ain't you? You damn
Yeah.
Skippy. You're damn right. So it's more than that than just a hobby. You just haven't found the motivation to do it full time. And
That's why I love doing this and doing shows like this is meeting people as crazy as I am. Because creators are not normal people. We like
exactly,
people oftentimes don't get it, and we're driven to do like what we do, and normal people don't have that motivation. Most people just go home and watch TV. It's something
exactly,
different to go work a 12-hour shift, come home, and like shit, I gotta write for 4 hours. The worst is when you get off a shift and you kind of get into your groove on a story, but you got to go to work tomorrow. But you're not gonna, so you stay up way too late writing. Your whole work day suffers, but at least you got it done.
exactly. And that's why I try to tell people it's like fucking put time into your craft, perfect your craft. Your craft is going to be is everything. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't have the time, even if you got a wife, put her in make her feel like she's a part of it. Ask her questions. Ask her how can I make this character better, or get people into it. Make them feel like they're
And
part
make
of
her
it.
dress like your favorite characters, inspire
Exactly,
you.
and inspire you, and give her some good loving, and you know what I'm saying. But now I'm just joking with, just joking. And I know I'm a goofy type of motherfucker, and I'm intense, but that's just me. But anyway, I'm just saying, get people in on it. Marketing is great because even if you're walking around with your fucking t-shirt, somebody's out of that fucking group or people, whoever comes into your house, in and out of your house, or somebody on the street is going to ask you, "Yo, what kind of shirt is that? Who's that on the shirt?" and you just basically be like bang, 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 bang. Like, you know what
Yep.
I'm saying? Slick that back like your hair, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got no goddamn hair, but you get what I'm saying. You know, I'm bald to the motherfucker. We the ball brothers.
Right.
But nah, what I'm trying to say is that you see how I slipped that joke up in that, you know what I'm saying? Don't worry about that. But what I'm trying to say is that what I'm trying to say is that this is marketing is very worth it. Worth it. It's very worth it, you know what
Uh,
I'm saying? And you have to be able to push it to the max. You have to be able to
hey
go
guys,
deep with
nothing.
it.
Well,
Yes.
I would like just to say something
Go ahead.
about all this great awesome show you're putting on, man. Daniel, Jonathan. Well, like
Yes.
congratulations. It's been like a real pleasure to be around here.
All
Sadly,
right.
my signal's getting worse and worse, and I'm like disappearing,
Understandable.
barely getting anything. Uh, but well,
Well, Fabri, before you
nothing
go,
else to say.
can you before you go, Fabri, can you tell everyone your links, where to find you online, where to find you on social media, all that stuff, so people can know where to
Okay.
buy your
Where
books?
to find it?
Yes.
Yeah,
Where to find
sure.
you, your books?
Uh, Two places. You can get me on Facebook on Inca Comics, Inca with K, like ink. You get it, Inca
Inca,
Comics.
I get
So
it from
from
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
there
yeah.
you can reach my other places, and on Instagram I like Fab, yeah, like fabulous, Fab dot Rivasmar. Okay, like Rivasmar. That's my last name. Get me
Okay.
there. And then, well, man, it's been a pleasure and honor to be here around you guys, and
We appreciate
well,
it so
just
much.
send you
You damn
strength.
right.
I can't wait to. I'm going to be ordering your books in the next week or two, and I'll hit you up online, let you know what I think.
It's been awesome. It's been a pleasure. So I'm just
Hey.
sending regards to all the fans and all the writers, all the comic book fans, to everyone, to each other. I love you, and well, my family and fans, guys. Well, nothing else. The best, the best. Keep rocking in your face show. It's the shit, man. Yeah, just keep
It's
on
in
that.
your face.
He's
Thank you,
out.
Fabri.
And
We really appreciate it. You have a great one, okay?
and also I want to give a shout out to Ray, my nigga at work. Yeah, what's up, brother? What's up? But yo, this is y'all. Hey, hey, Jonathan, what would you guys shout out? What's the shout out?
Tech Server Nerd Apocalypse Report on YouTube. I've got Tech Server Nerd Apocalypse Report on Facebook. I've got some more streaming platforms going. Have some products up soon. I'm working on some Amazon Vela stories, but none of that's available right now. So that's where you find me.
Yeah. Also, whew, uh, on my YouTube, I sent it to everybody. Everybody the link in the description, and also I sent it to everybody on Facebook. And the link, you know what I'm saying, like, subscribe, and comment, everybody. Please. Thank you very much.
Support
And we
indie
got
work.
support indie work, you damn right. And we out of here. Peace. And this is the
All right,
In
guys.
Your
See ya.
Face show.
Show. Peace, guys. Thanks, Fabri.
Bye.